All right, it has now been more than 24 hours since we started following a bomb scare in the heart of Monkey Junction, and we are still learning new details tonight. We've got several angles on our coverage tonight, but we start with John, who's been following the explosives investigation. And John, really a lot of new developments today. Yeah, one of the biggest, Michelle, is that we found out that one person is in custody related to this entire investigation. Whoever was inside those storage units at North State led investigators to a home in New Hanover County earlier today. And News at 6:30 reporter Nadine Mazer was at that scene, and she's with us now with the new details there. Nadine?
Yeah, John, we are actually at that storage facility you were just talking about.
And high definition, local news, better time. This is Fox Wilmington News at 6:30.
Good evening. We're following several breaking news stories at this hour. The first coming out of Columbus County. One person has died, another in the hospital after a crash along Pineland Road near Highway 7476.
We know traffic is down to one lane towards Wilmington, and authorities believe it all started with a crime in Leland. News at 6:30 reporter Ashley Kozakowski is at the scene for us. And Ashley, what's the newest information you can give us?
Well, actually, troopers just opened up this road. They opened it back up, heading eastbound toward Wilmington. I'm going to step out of the way.
It's been a busy night in the Fox Wilmington newsroom as that gas leak caused major headaches and worries. Now here's a live look from our breaking news traffic cam at South College Road near Waltmore. Hours after the break happened, it looks like the northbound and the southbound lanes of South College Road are open now. Kids, even some of their parents, stuck at school long past the dinner hour. And as Fox Wilmington's Ashley Kozakowski reports, quite a learning lesson for those at Cape Fear Academy, which is where she is live right now. Ashley?
Well, that's right, John. We are actually out here right in front of Cape Fear Academy. And as you can see, workers are still here on the scene. They are working to fix that line that ruptured.
You're watching Fox Wilmington News at 10, 1 hour earlier.
And we continue to follow that breaking news from the top of our newscast.
Several people hurt when a deck collapsed on a home in Ocean Isle Beach. This happened earlier this evening. We know that more than a dozen people have been taken to local hospitals. Fox Wilmington's Craig Reck is at that scene right now. Craig, how close have you been able to get, and what have you learned since you arrived?
Well, John and Ashley, we just got on scene not too long ago. You can see behind me there are very few first responders still on scene. There that second floor deck that crashed down to the bottom with roughly 25 people. We know 18 of them going to the hospital tonight.
And 25 of them on that deck. Are you hearing if there was some kind of party going on at the time?
As of right now, no one has really mentioned anything like that. I've heard a lot of speculation as to what was going on or who was up there, whether it was small children or who really. But as of right now, the few emergency workers that I've talked to haven't said much about the details. They don't want to speculate too much.
Okay. Fox Wilmington's Craig Reck at the scene of a deck collapse in Ocean Isle Beach. Now, this is the second kind of incident that's happened in Brunswick County. In just the past couple of years, we have some video of a collapse that happened back in 2010.
And this happened in Holden Beach. The investigation into the crash found that over time, wet and humid weather corroded the fasteners that
Filming in Hollywood East has brought a lot of movies and TV shows to life on the big and small screen over the past year and a half or so, but there's something missing from the sets of some of those productions. And Ashley, you found out that fewer of those productions are actually hiring interns locally, right?
Yeah, some of the video you just saw was from Iron Man 3, and they actually hired a lot of UNCW students as interns, but those other two boxes had Revolution in them. That was on NBC. CBS is Under the Dome. Well, they haven't actually hired interns.
We're so glad you're watching on this election day. I'm Michelle Lee.
And I'm John Evans. The clock is ticking on casting your ballot in the 2012 election. In fact, the polls will close in an hour. Anyone in line at 6:30 or 7:30 rather will be able to cast their ballots.
Right now we're bringing you team coverage of the local races. We have
in high definition, 1 hour earlier. This is Fox Wilmington News at 10.
Someone told me they used an excuse once that their wife was in labor and they were trying to rush her to the hospital to have the baby.
But the ones that I did manage to get out of, I got out of pretty much by telling the truth.
I told the cop that I had fallen and I had my, this is actually true, I had my pager in my bra and I had fallen and I had bruised that area. And it was the same area where the seatbelt went across, and I just really could not stand to have it going across me like that.
It's happened to just about everyone who's spent a lot of time behind the wheel getting pulled over by the police.
Yeah, Fox Wilmington's Ann McAdams found out your chances of getting pulled over go way up in some of the towns around our viewing area. She has the details in tonight's Fox Wilmington special report. As we track the storm's path in Wilmington, we know Jamaica already dealing with the strong winds and rain from that system.
Of course, beach towns along the East Coast are concerned about erosion and damage that Sandy could bring as well. The hurricane's path is expected to move across Jamaica and then onto Cuba. One storm-related death has already been reported in Haiti when a woman was swept away in a rushing river there.
This is First Alert Weather Team coverage of Tropical Storm Andrea.
The wind got so bad that the palm fronds were hitting the front of my Durango, and I stopped because I kept thinking something else bigger is going to come, because you could feel it lifting the car. And when I stopped, then the rain let up and the wind let up and the tree was gone.
Tropical Storm Andrea is making its way to Wilmington. It has already made landfall in Florida, leaving behind quite a mess.
The storm is packing winds up to 65 miles an hour. And tonight we have team coverage of the tropical storm and the expected impact it will have when it arrives here. Ashley Kozakowski is at Wrightsville Beach, where she has already seen the surfers and the swimmers out in those dangerous waters.
And as meteorologist Eric Davis told you all week long, the storm is expected to bring with it strong wind, making those waters even more dangerous and a minor chance of flooding. So, Eric, what else can we expect?
Well, I still think the primary concern is heavy rain. Now,
News at 10 reporter Ashley Kozakowski and our crew are live in Wrightsville Beach, where, Ashley, you've already seen some people in the water, right?
Well, that's right. Surfers were out here enjoying the surf ahead of this storm. Early. Fox Wilmington, News at 10.
Ashley, thanks. Continuing our team coverage, we've connected with all of our area's emergency managers, checking on their plans overnight and into tomorrow.
That's right. Francis Weller is live in our newsroom tonight with those details for us. Fran?
Michelle, John, here's what they're telling us tonight. New Hanover County's Emergency Management Director Warren Lee says that they are full staff tonight in the 911 center. He is not expecting to activate the Emergency Operations Center or open any shelters, but they will watch and monitor the storm to see if things change.
Now, we do have an entire list of other closings on the homepage of foxwilmington.com. When we are not on the air, you can still track the storm using the interactive radar through foxwilmington.com. There is also a hurricane season tab that will also show live storm tracking models, and in that page you'll find some hurricane tips to help you get through this very long season.
Right now they have confirmed 51 deaths, but that number is expected to rise. Several children trapped inside an elementary school. Hospitals treating more than 140 patients. Half of them are children.
The National Weather Service has given this a preliminary rating of an EF4, and tornadoes of that size have wind speeds of anywhere from 166 to about 200 miles an hour. But the search continues tonight for those missing among the rubble. Garrett Tenney has the story.
Now, there are several ways you can help. To donate to the American Red Cross, just text Red Cross to 90999. To donate $10 to the Salvation Army, you can text 80888.
And to search for any missing relatives, you can visit safeandwell.org. Announced late this afternoon, the strength of the tornado that hit Moore, Oklahoma yesterday is actually an EF5, which is the strongest on the enhanced Fujita scale. Now, here are more new details. Officials say the search for survivors and victims is almost finished, which is good news considering.
It is. Now, they say no one has been found dead or alive since last night.